Imagine walking into a room, and without saying a single word, all eyes naturally shift to you. You're not showing off. You're not trying to impress. You're just grounded. This isn't about flashy cars or six-pack abs. It's about something deeper, something powerful. It's the silent energy of a high-value man, built on ancient Stoic principles that still hold power today. Women notice. People respect. But here's the twist. You don't lift a finger for it. In this video, you'll learn how Stoicism can help you attract effortlessly, not just attention, but genuine admiration. From women, from peers, from life itself. But before we dive in, if you're someone who values inner growth, self-mastery, and timeless wisdom, hit that subscribe button. This channel is your quiet weapon for leveling up without the noise. Alright, let's break it down. Let's clear something up right away. A high-value man isn't about status, money, or followers. In Stoic philosophy, a high-value man is defined by one thing: how he lives from within. The ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus taught that real strength comes from self-control, discipline, emotional balance, and living by virtue, not by ego. A high-value man doesn't need validation from others because his value is set by his own standards, not the world's. Opinion. He doesn't chase attention. He attracts it through how he carries himself. Calm, focused, and unshaken. Where others react, he reflects. Where others rush, he waits. Where others talk too much, he listens with intention. He's not cold. He's composed. He's not arrogant. He's grounded. So when people say high value, Stoicism reminds us, it's not what you show, it's what you are. That's the kind of man people, especially women, are drawn to without even knowing why. The more you chase, the more you push it away. When you're constantly trying to impress someone, especially a woman, your energy screams one thing: I need your approval to feel good about myself. That's not attractive, it's desperate. Stoics knew this over 2,000 years ago. They practiced the law of detachment, the idea that you should never tie your happiness to something outside your control. And guess what? People, especially confident women, can feel when a man is too eager, too available, or too obsessed with the outcome. It makes them pull back, not because they're playing games, but because they're picking up on your emotional neediness. High value. Men don't chase, they don't beg, they don't prove. They simply show up as they are, with purpose, calmness, and self-respect. If something or someone aligns with their values, great. If not, they move on without losing themselves. And ironically, that detachment, that calm disinterest in outcome, is what draws people closer. You know what's louder than words, gifts, or trying too hard? Stillness. A man who's calm, centered, and unbothered stands out in a world full of noise. And in Stoic philosophy, stillness isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing only what matters without being pulled by every little emotion or distraction. Women are naturally drawn to this kind of man. Why? Because stillness signals strength. It shows that you're not desperate for attention. You're focused on your mission. High value. Men have something they're building, chasing, or protecting. It could be a dream, a purpose, or a mindset. And when that purpose becomes the center of your life, not a person, something amazing happens. You stop trying to win others over. You stop obsessing about whether she'll text back. You stop reacting to every small thing. And guess what? Women notice that calm, mission-driven energy. Because while the world is full of guys trying to entertain, impress, or chase, you're simply walking your path. And that kind of presence? It's magnetic. Here are the core traits that make a Stoic man naturally attractive, not just to women but to everyone around him. And remember, these traits aren't about acting. They come from building real character. Emotional control. He doesn't explode when things go wrong. He doesn't beg when people leave. He responds, not reacts. That alone puts him ahead of 90% of men today. Quiet confidence. He doesn't need to say, "I'm the man." His energy says it for him. He knows his worth, and that calm certainty creates trust and respect. Mystery. He doesn't overshare. He doesn't tell his whole life story to get attention. He speaks when it matters. This makes people lean in when he talks. Purpose-driven. He has a goal that's bigger than seeking approval. That goal gives him direction, discipline, and peace, which is very attractive. Respectful detachment. He enjoys connection but doesn't cling to it. If something ends, he doesn't fall apart. He honors others without losing himself. These aren't tricks. They're results of deep, inner work. You don't try to be magnetic. You become magnetic by working on your mind and spirit. Why do women, and people in general, feel naturally pulled toward someone who's calm and mysterious? It comes down to two simple psychological forces. Curiosity. The human brain hates unanswered questions. When someone reveals everything too fast, it kills the mystery. There's no room left to wonder. But when a man is composed, says less, and doesn't try to impress, he becomes a puzzle. People start thinking, what's his story? Why is he so calm? Why isn't he chasing me like the others? That curiosity creates pull. Emotional safety. Most people live in chaos, reacting emotionally, over-explaining, and trying to win people over. But a man who's unshaken, he becomes an anchor. He creates emotional stability. Women especially pick up on this, because someone who can handle their own emotions can usually handle others as well. It feels safe, it feels rare, and that's attractive. Mystery creates interest. Non-reactivity creates trust. Together they make you unforgettable. Theory is great, but how does a high-value Stoic man actually behave in everyday situations? Let's look at some simple, real-life examples that show you don't need money or looks to stand out, just the right mindset. Example 1. Texting. She takes hours to reply. Most guys panic or double text. But the high-value man, he's unbothered. He has things to do. He replies when he's free. No games, no neediness. Message it sends. My world doesn't revolve around your reply. Example 2. Group conversations, others talk over each other to get noticed. The high-value man speaks less, but when he does, people listen. He's not loud. He's intentional. Message it sends. My words have weight. I don't need to perform. Example 3. Dating. She cancels plans last minute. Most guys get emotional or needy. He simply says, no worries, take care, and continues with his day. Message it sends. I respect myself and my time. I don't chase. Example 4. Conflict. Someone insults or disrespects him. He doesn't explode. He either responds calmly or walks away. Message it sends. I don't need to prove myself to anyone. These moments may seem small, but they reveal who you are, and high-value men know this. The way you act in pressure situations is what makes you unforgettable. Theory is great, but how does a high-value Stoic man actually behave in everyday situations? Let's look at some simple, real-life examples that show you don't need money or looks to stand out, just the right mindset. Example 1. Texting. She takes hours to reply. Most guys panic or double text. But the high-value man, he's unbothered. He has things to do. He replies when he's free. No games, no neediness. Message it sends: my world doesn't revolve around your reply. Example 2. Group conversations, others talk over each other to get noticed. The high-value man speaks less, but when he does, people listen. He's not loud. He's intentional. Message it sends: my words have weight. I don't need to perform. Example 3. Dating. She cancels plans last minute. Most guys get emotional or needy. He simply says, no worries, take care, and continues with his day. Message it sends: I respect myself and my time. I don't chase. Example 4. Conflict. Someone insults or disrespects him. He doesn't explode. He either responds calmly or walks away. Message it sends: I don't need to prove myself to anyone. These moments may seem small, but they reveal who you are, and high-value men know this. The way you act in pressure situations is what makes you unforgettable. You don't wake up one day and magically become a high-value man. You become one, slowly, quietly, through small daily habits that shape your mindset, discipline, and energy. Here are the core Stoic-inspired habits that build real inner power. Morning solitude. Start your day in silence. No phone, no noise. Even 10 minutes of deep breathing, journaling, or just sitting in thought helps you center yourself before the world pulls at you. Daily reflection. At the end of the day, ask yourself, where did I lose control today? Did I act with integrity? Was I chasing or standing still? This builds awareness, which leads to power. Practice saying less. Train yourself to pause before speaking. When you speak less, you listen more. And when you do speak, your words carry more weight. Do hard things regularly. Cold showers. Discipline with food. Waking up early. Not to impress, but to train your mind to be in charge, not your impulses. Embrace boredom and silence most. People fill every gap with distraction. You learn to sit with yourself. That stillness creates presence, and presence is powerful. Read a little Stoic wisdom. Daily one line from Marcus Aurelius or Epictetus can change how you show up for the rest of the day. Make it a ritual. These habits don't seem flashy, but they do something big. They build a man who's in control, and a man who's in control naturally attracts